Men around the world are rediscovering masculinity and are defining their pleasure. Movements like Nut Novembers and semen retention are gaining traction online. And the results are so powerful, I had to experience them for myself. In this video, I share how I got started, the key steps to building healthy retention, and how you can start noticing results. So you can feel more confident, more masculine, more energized, more in control, more proud of yourself. And this is for men who have been stuck in an endless cycle of watching porn, relying on ejaculation for pleasure and feeling depleted afterwards, feeling drained and unable to control the stimulus. Can't seem to stop doing it, but this video is for you. I'll give you practical strategies on how to break free and build a foundation for deeper pleasure without losing control. So, why keep mindless ejaculation? Well, you might be wondering, what's the point? And I get you, I used to have that as a source of pleasure. And if you're anything like me, you've probably watched thousands of hours of porn across all categories, and sometimes just because they exist, and out of curiosity, to end up feeling like not having enough and just watching more. And so semen retention isn't just about stopping masturbation. It's about reclaiming your energy, gaining control over your desires, learning to experience pleasure in a way that's completely new. And once you have self-sexual mastery, you can redirect that energy towards activities that truly fulfills you or generate monies so you can actually do what's meaningful in your life. So the first step into changing is to identify your triggers. To break free from that is to understand where does that cycle start, and ask yourself, what are situations or habits that leads me to mindless masturbation? For example, I used to get triggered on Instagram by models that would just do reels, just teasing a little bit, and it would just drain my energy because I would just search for them sometimes just because I wanted that, And then one day I said, okay, I'm just gonna say to them, I don't want this video, I'm not interested. And it changed over the course of a few weeks. So ask yourself every time a trigger appears, is this helping you achieve my goal of being more masculine? Or is this keeping me in the same loop or where I don't get these girls in my bed? And if something isn't serving you, whether it would be for this course or just in life, and you are able to say no to it, you gain power. So the second step is to build a strong foundation. Beyond just avoiding triggers, you need to replace these old habits with new ones. What would you do if you're not doing? What would you do with this energy? So always advise to do meditation. It helps you stay present. And being present with your body will help you to feel more of your pleasure. Regulating your emotions without relying on quick dopamine is an important key to unlock more pleasure. And so then there's discipline and commitment. Like I mentioned earlier, you need to have the commitment and the decision of I want to do semen retention. I want you to have these foundational practices. Like I mentioned previously, you can also do my courses that I will link below again, so you can deepen the connection you have with yourself, with your discipline, and knowing how to stay seated and detach yourself from the need of doing things that don't serve you. And you need to start practicing retention, knowing that you need to have weeks without doing anything, and you'll begin experiencing a regulation, and then you'll start being able to feel pleasure in a new way from new sources, and that are stronger and deeper and more fulfilling. So your action step is to identify the triggers and then create a plan to eliminate them. Replace them with something that's truly meaningful, that you know you will be doing and that will still bring you some pleasure. It's very important that you reclaim control over your pleasure. And once you've done this, you'll be ready to move on to the next step. The next level, the next lesson is learning how to channel your sexual energy into something more powerful. By putting the time that you were wanking mindlessly into something productive, right? In the next video, I will talk about the ritual of pleasure that I've created for myself that you can get inspiration from. And so you can create your own and truly feel like you know how to build up pleasure and go beyond the ejaculatory reflex and really feel like how it's beautiful. Thank you for watching this video, and feel free to ask a question in the comment or send me a DM, and I'll see you in the next lesson.